What up guys, this is episode 21 of City Cyclists and I'm your host Gaz545. We'll be starting right off at number 10. You'll notice to my left there's a cyclist cycling on the pavement. In this situation there's absolutely no reason to be cycling on the pavement. This bus lane, there are not many buses running along this route, so I can cycle along this bus lane for miles and not be overtaken by a cyclist. A bus? What am I talking about? Anyway, you'll see a police officer walking across the road, and shortly I hear a squeal of brakes as that cyclist is forced to stop by the police officer. I turn around and he's being talked to, so hopefully he gets a stiff word and doesn't cycle on the pavement anymore. Number 9. I'm seeing this quite a lot recently. Cyclists with lights in the wrong places. That guy's got a white light on the rear. Now, I understand that sometimes your bike lights might get stolen by some thief. It's unfortunate that happens, but in a place like London, there's bike shops within walking distance. Walk to a shop, cycle to a shop if you really want to, I don't mind, and buy yourself a new light. You can get some good lights at decent prices at some of the big shops in London. I'll put some links in the description below. Number 8. I love my lights, and I love cyclists that stand out in the dark. But this guy stands out for the wrong reasons. He's using a blue flasher, which fortunately, is reserved for emergency services. But nice wheel lights, I like them. Number 7. I expect if you're going to commute on a bicycle, you should have some ability to actually ride a bicycle. This guy in front of me is wobbling, and balance ain't great. I really do hope he doesn't cycle like this on the road, because of the way that some vehicle drivers pass cyclists, he's going to get a hit, which is unfortunate. If you do have issues with balancing, especially when you're indicating, then I suggest you practice in an empty car park. It really is advisable. Number 6, you'll notice from the road markings on the other side of the road that this is a two-way road, and that cyclist is cycling on the wrong side of the road. In the UK, we drive on the left, so cycle on the left. Number 5. Stop at reds. What I'm going to say, the red light is clearly visible to this guy, and unfortunately he accelerates and goes through it several seconds after it's turned red. At Pelican crossings, this is the one time you should never jump red lights. People are waiting here to cross safely, and when you jump red lights you put people at risk. That guy does it, and that woman with her children even says to her children, you need to be careful of the cyclists that jump red lights. And I agree, you should not jump red lights, especially at Pelican crossings where there are pedestrians crossing. Number 4. We got a video submission here. I'm not going to say his name, I'm just going to call him Bass Junkie Monkey after his Twitter account. And I'll play this in slow motion because it's kind of hard to see because of how far away it is. But there's a cyclist in front of that moped and he veers left pretty quickly, and a cyclist behind him has to brake and swerve to avoid him. If you're going to turn, you need to make all road users around you clearly understand that you are. Number 3, another video submission here from 187 Premises, who's a motorcyclist rider who uses the same route as me sometimes, and you'll see there that cyclist changes the position he's filtering in without checking. If you're going to move from the left to the centre or to the centre to the right, you need to watch out for other people that are filtering, because motorcyclists and cyclists do it as well, and sometimes it's hard to see you. Number 2, another video submission here from Bass Junkie Monkey. You'll see a stream of cyclists going up the inside of these lorries. Personally, I probably wouldn't do this. I'd probably sit behind that lorry and let them go off it or on the right. Personal preference, whatever. But you'll see loads of them stop to the left of this van. Loads of them in a blind spot. We talk a lot about blind spots on HGVs, but that van has also got a big blind spot. Luckily for these cyclists, that van is a good driver and he lets them all go. But don't put yourself in that position. If you need to, filter past the ASL and go past the stop line. I prefer to see that rather than you stop next to these. I also spoke to Bass Junkie Monkey about his position and how I think it could be improved. So, this works two ways, this thing. And hopefully he learns from that. Number 1. You need to check your bike before you ride every time. Things like your brakes are very important. If your brakes fail, then you've got no way of stopping and you're going to end up in a crash. The rider in front of me, for whatever reason, his rear V brake is unattached. I tried to tell him, but unfortunately he didn't hear me. So, that's unfortunate. It could be because he took his wheel out that his brake is unattached and he just forgot to put it back in. Again, unfortunate. You need to make sure you check these things. If his front brake fails or if the conditions turn wet and his braking is reduced, he's going to regret not having that rear brake. Please make sure you check your bike before every ride. It's important that you do so for your own safety. Anyway, this has been episode 21. Thanks for watching. Please like and comment so that this video gets popular and other cyclists see it who don't already see my videos, because, you know, safety is paramount. Thanks for watching.